Like everything, crude oil has its negative impacts and brings about multiple environmental issues that are very serious. Acid rain is a form of precipitation that is unusually acidic. This is due to emissions of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, which chemically react with water in the atmosphere, producing acids. Although natural phenomena like volcanoes and lightning strikes emit nitrogen and sulfur, the main cause of acid rain is sulfur and nitrogen emissions from human sources. This includes factories, motor vehicles, and electricity generation. Generation of electricity through coal, for example, is one of the greatest contributors to acid rain. This environmental issue has many adverse influences on forests, soil, fresh water, insects, and aquamarine organisms. Overall, it causes a great deal of ecological damage. Acid rain also negatively impacts our infrastructure as it has caused paint to peel, weathering of buildings, and corrosion to bridges and other steel structures. Global warming is a gradual increase in the overall temperature of Earth's atmosphere. This is due to the increase in carbon dioxide emissions, air pollutants, and greenhouse gases. Quick chem note: the greenhouse effect is the trapping of sunlight and solar radiation within Earth's atmosphere. Normally, radiation escapes into space. However, CO2 and pollutants in the atmosphere trap the radiation, making the Earth hotter. For some, the concept of global warming is sometimes hard to grasp. In actuality, many people believe it doesn't even exist. However, data and statistics clearly show that global warming is a very real phenomenon that will have a great deal of impact on the future of our generation and the future of the Earth. In fact, according to the UN Climate Change Report, we have less than 12 years to reduce our carbon emissions by 45% or else. Or else what, you may ask? Rising sea levels, cities drowning, devastating droughts, damaging storms, and endless destruction. The idea is to limit the annual warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. This shows how rapidly the emissions must fall. But even then, even if we sharply cut our emissions, it is predicted that we can only hit the 1.5 degree mark by removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. That is how serious the problem is, but people still don't believe that climate change is a thing. The graph on the screen shows sea height variation over time, and it's clear that in the last few years a dramatic increase can be seen. Cities like Shanghai, Hanoi, Mumbai, Osaka, Hong Kong, and many islands in Seychelles and Maldives are in danger of drowning. From the name, this is a form of pollution caused by the spillage of liquid petroleum into the environment. This is most frequently seen in oceans but can also occur on land. An example of a disastrous oil spill is the 2010 BP Deepwater Horizon catastrophe near the Gulf of Mexico. 205.8 million gallons of oil and 225,000 tons of methane were spilled. Only about 25% was recovered, which leaves 154 million gallons of oil at sea. Nearly 2 million gallons of toxic dispersants were sprayed into the Gulf's waters. Now let's count how many animals were harmed. 82,000 birds of 102 species, approximately 6,165 sea turtles, up to 25,900 marine mammals. An unknown number of fish, coral, and other marine life were killed. The spillage covered 88,500 square miles and affected over 500 species of fish. This didn't only affect the ocean. The spillage affected thousands of miles of the shoreline, killing shoreline animals like beach mice and shorebirds and plants like seagrass. The three environmental issues I chose to discuss were strategic. They may seem separate at first, but all link as they have the same major causes. When people are asked to change their lifestyle, they typically don't respond very well. However, a few simple steps and alterations can be made to hit 3 birds with one stone. Switching over to renewable sources of energy like nuclear, hydropower, solar, and wind would tackle the issue of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and sulfur emissions from burning of fossil fuels. This would reduce acid rain, slow down global warming, and reduce the occurrence of oil spills as the demand for oil is reduced, meaning less oil is being extracted. Another step that can be taken is the alteration to our transportation methods. Catalytic converters, for instance, dramatically decrease nitrogen oxide emissions of vehicles, which would support the reduction of acid rain and global warming. Moreover, switching to electrical cars can reduce all 3 issues. I'm just one person. What does it matter? Every simple lifestyle choice that you make has a great deal of impact on the environment. Simply carpooling with your friends, learning to recycle, or closing the lights before you leave a room can make a dramatic change.